in the last year than I have combined in my entire life, and I'm old, so that's a half a century of having my temperature checked. But one thing is, the touch-free is the way to go. Because, you know, it's accurate, it's easy, you do it every single day, and you know, if you've got a child that doesn't feel well, this is like a very non-invasive way to do it. I love that in the video you're seeing other choice, you know, other ways, like you know, the formula you're gonna give your baby, the baby bottle, you wanna see if the temperature's right, or if you know, you're taking your own temperature. I mean, it's such a must-have for everybody in the house. We've got the lowest price of the year today. It is a big customer pick on hsn.com. I've got 2 color choices. I've got white, and I also have it available in silver, and it is $6 on FlexPay. So we have Matthew Peters, who is our special guest for this. He's actually a registered nurse and has worked in emergency rooms. And the first thing they do to you when you go to the doctor, it doesn't matter what you go in for. You could have a broken foot, they still take your temperature.
Yeah, they call them vital signs for a reason. And hi, Helen, it's nice to see you.
Nice
and hello,
to see you.
everybody out there. Yes, thank you. So first question I have for everybody, what is more important than your health? I'm not going to spend too much time on that. It's rhetorical. There's nothing more important, okay? So the other thing I know is we have not been able to find a reliable infrared touch-free thermometer in the last 6 months or so because of quality control issues and because we haven't had reliable folks like Veridian to have these things in stock. So look at that. I have a 96.8 temperature. I'm going to do something really special on my Veridian thermometer here. I can actually cycle through 32 readings. So if you don't know if you have a fever, it's important to check. Here's a good visual. This is what this thermometer does. That's why they call it beep light. If you have a low-grade fever, you get that yellow color instantly, okay? So if you have a fever, it gives you that red instantly. So you go back there to that picture there. If you're checking on your son or your grandson, you're not quite sure if he's out of the woods with his fever, this will tell you in 1 second. The other thing it does here, I can change modes here. So I'm gonna press this mode button and I can get to room temperature. So I'm gonna press that middle button again. It gives me the temperature of the room. And again, I'm gonna go ahead and press that mode button, and it brings me to surface temperature. You mentioned a couple of things. I have frozen vegetables here on my table. I'm gonna show you this. So that's a 1 second readout of 53.2 degrees. Now check out the range here. I have a baby bottle, so if you have baby formula, you know that you want it about body temperature. This is way too hot. And I'm doing this all in 1 second. I'm trying to get that glare off for you, about 117 degrees. So instantly, this will bring you clinically accurate temperature readings, Helen, from freezing, which is 32 degrees, all the way up to 212 degrees, which is boiling. And it'll give you your body temperature, and it'll take the temperature of the room, store 32 readings in memory, and do it in Fahrenheit or Celsius. Veridian even gives you a 3-year warranty on this. Look at that, 1 second touch-free readouts, no germs to spread.
Yeah, and this is battery operated. However, Veridian actually includes the batteries when you get this. You know, one of the things, Matthew, you haven't mentioned because you're much younger than I am is I can see the readout without my reading glasses. Someday, my friend, you will experience that. But sometimes those, you know, on the thermometers, the numbers are tiny. And, you know, it's honestly kind of a pain, like, okay, let me just see what these numbers are. And you're able to do it without your reading glasses. And I get my temperature checked every single day when I come to work. Let's see if I did it. You push it and you wait till it goes to low, and then I push it again and then I hold it here. And then, does it beep, Matthew? Because I know I just did it.
It does, and the great thing about this is you have the beep, but you can actually shut off the beep. So if you do have somebody there at home that wants to try to fall asleep because they're not feeling well and they have a fever, you can shut that beep off. But real quick, what you're gonna do at home, everybody, once you get this, and Veridian does give you everything, the batteries and everything else, and get this now because flu season is almost on us here. In fact, we're hearing about cases as we speak. I press that middle button to turn the unit on, that's it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and about a ½ inch away from my forehead, I'm gonna press that same button again. Let's see what we get. You're seeing it before I am. It's 97.5. If I'm working with my doctor, Helen, and I want to do telehealth visits and I want to say, hey, doc, I was 97.5. little bit before that, well, that's not my temperature. That's the baby formula. So let's go to one of mine here. So let me scroll, 96.8. It's green, so I know I'm within normal limits, right? So all I have to do is look for that color. Yellow means I'm on the fence. I have that low-grade fever. And again, the red means that I have a fever. So think about it. You know, you're kind of sundowning from a cold or flu, especially with COVID going on. You want to know any of these early indicators of being really sick. You want that instant visual readout, especially if your loved one's trying to get to sleep. You can instantly see whether or not you have the low-grade fever or you have the fever. And with 32 readings in memory that you're going to store, the trend of information with a fever period is absolutely crucial. There are so many other ways. You mentioned this, Helen, of taking our temperature. Throw out all those old like mercury thermometers. They're a mess. They're hazardous. They're dangerous. There's many more unpleasant ways of taking our temperature, which I'm not going to get into, which you can all visualize at home. But we have even the ear thermometers, right? Those take replacement caps. There's extra things you got to buy. Not with Veridian. They give you a 3-year warranty, everything included here. And touch-free, again, means that if you're afraid that somebody's sick, you're not going to spread those germs around the household. Never seen this at a low price. I love the holidays because we get these to you and we get them at a great value.
Right, and you have your choice of 2 colors. We have it available in silver and white. We sold over 1,200 of these today. This is the final time it's going to be on air for today, for sure. It's a customer pick on hsn.com. You can read the reviews. This is one of these things that's simple to use, effective. And by the way, I just took my temperatures and you saw it. The other thing I like to know, Matt, is that my regular temperature is a little bit lower. Not everybody is like 98.6. Mine is always below that. So if I have a fever, if mine is like 97, 98, 99, to me, that's 2 degrees, like that's a higher fever than it would be for most people, because I know my regular temperature is a little bit lower than what most people are.
Yeah, and a quick note on this while I do my final demonstration, so I have about 10 seconds here, is that work with your doctor to find your baseline and then work with Veridian to get the clinically accurate readout. But I'm going to do a couple things. There's my temperature, 1 second, another second here. I've got my frozen vegetables up to 73.8. 1 more second. I've got my baby formula. Oops, let me push the button here. There we go. I got it on the vegetables again. I'm sorry, but you get the point. 1 second per readout. I can zing through this all day long. You're going to have fun with this at home at first, but you know what? When you really need it, you're going to have a reliable piece of equipment from the best in the business. Veridian's been around for 40 years.
Yeah, and also you could take the temperature of the room, right? Like the room you're in.
Yeah.
Because we've got these big TV studios. I know you're not here live anymore, none of the guests are, but we keep them around 72 degrees, and if it gets hot or cold, like an expert will come out here and use one of these and take the temperature. Okay, then we're officially allowed to like raise or lower the temperature. So it's like used for a lot of different things, but I think this is definitely the future and what everybody's been using right now, and it is a necessity in what's going on in the world today. Matthew, thank you so much. We really appreciate your expertise.
My pleasure. And you know what? I know that the temperature there is more like 68 degrees. I remember exactly what it's like.
It can be freezing. It can be freezing. I'm not going to lie. Thank you, thank you, my friend. All right. Well, we're going to continue on. We're going to scooch over here to the next table and talk about our next product, which is